Hello, everybody, and welcome to an update on Tropical Storm Faye, currently going on in North Atlantic here. This is the visible imagery off of Go 16, the CONUS view. So this updates, I believe, every 2 minutes or so, 2 or 5 minutes or so, give or take, something like that. And this is visible imagery before the sun fully set over the storm. Let's go ahead and look at the IR imagery. This is the IR imagery of that storm again from Go 16 here. Um, this is also CONUS imagery, I believe. This is off of Tropical Tidbits here. And you can see the center of circulation right about where my cursor is there. And then you can see the deep convection firing off near the center there over time here. And here's the latest ensemble forecast tracks for this storm, Tropical Storm Faye. Most of them are in fairly good agreement that this is probably going to skirt the east coast of New Jersey there before making a landfall, probably on Long Island, New York there later on in the next 24 to 36 hours, looks like, from the models, what they're saying. Let's go ahead and look at the latest information on Tropical Storm Faye. Let's go ahead and look at the National Hurricane Center. First thing you see when you click on the National Hurricane Center, just type up nhc.noaa.gov or just type NHC and it'll probably be the first result on whatever web browser you're using. Just click on this for the latest information. It gives you the key messages here. I'm not going to read the entire thing. You can stop the video right now and read this for yourself, but it just notes the two major planes that are going to be the issue with Tropical Storm Faye here as it moves up the east coast here over the next coming hours here. This is the latest forecast cone for Tropical Storm Faye. This is as of 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Advisory 1A from the National Hurricane Center. You can see the center location as of this update is at 36.0 degrees north, 74.8 degrees west, and maximum sustained 1-minute winds are at 45 miles per hour. It's moving due north at 8 miles per hour there. And tropical storm warnings are in effect for parts of New Jersey, parts of Long Island, New York, and then it looks like parts of Connecticut there. And in fact, if we want to get a detailed look at the current warnings and watches in effect for the storm, click on this map. It'll give you a detailed forecast. Well, not forecast, but detailed forecast cone. Actually, I should say, and you can see the current warnings in effect for parts of New Jersey, Long Island, New York, and Connecticut there over the next coming days. And then there's also something else going on here. This is a tropical storm Christina currently going on in the eastern Pacific here. It has 70-mile-an-hour sustained winds passing south of the island of Socorro, I believe was what it's called. An island of about 45 people on it, passing to the south there. Thankfully, after it passes those islands to the south, it's not going to be any issue, any land interests at all. It's not going to hit land at all. It's forecast to gradually weaken on with time. In fact, let me go ahead and look at the latest cone from the National Hurricane Center for Tropical Storm Christina. You can see this as of the 3 p.m. advisory, advisory 13 from the National Hurricane Center. As of that advisory, it's located at 17.9 degrees north, 111.1 degrees west. Maximum sustained 1 minute winds are at 70 miles per hour, and its movement was at the west northwest at 13 miles per hour. Forecast to peak as a 75-mile-an-hour Category 1 hurricane before it gradually weakens on throughout the next coming days into next week here, early next week here, and eventually dissipates on 12 p.m. Tuesday. Looking at this forecast cone, and again, after it passes down Socorro there, it poses no threat to land at all whatsoever. It's only just going to be a marine interest after this point. So nothing really to worry about here, thankfully. Here's visible imagery of Tropical Storm Christina here. You see it's passing to the south of the island Socorro there. You can see it developing there, and again, it's forecast to peak as a 75-mile-per-hour Category 1 hurricane. And what else is going on? There's other stuff that's also going on here. There's another area of interest here. This one's in the Eastern Pacific, and it's coming off the coast of Nicaragua here over the next coming hours. It has a 10% chance of forming into at least a tropical depression strength storm throughout the next 48 hours, and then through the next 5 days. There's a high 70% chance of forming into at least a tropical depression strength storm. And I could go ahead and read the discussion there for you if you want to stop the video and you can read that discussion there. And there's IR imagery of the storm. Oh yeah, this is what I was also going to say. For detailed, accurate information on what the storm is going to be doing, Tropical Storm Faye I'm talking about here. Take a look at the National Weather Service here in the National Hurricane Center. Here's the National Weather Service page. Just type up nws.noaa.gov or just type up NWS and it'll probably be the first result that you see when you search that up. And say you live in New York on Long Island of New York there, and you want to get the latest information on Tropical Storm Faye there. Oh, I clicked on the wrong. Let's click on New Jersey here. It'll probably work for me. You can see this is the forecast office for Philadelphia / Mount Holly there. You get the latest information there. You can scroll down and you can see the latest tweets, the latest Facebook updates, and then the latest tweets for this storm and what they're saying. And you can see, say you live in Atlantic City, or say you live over in Reading, and you want to get the latest information from Reading. Click on there for a detailed forecast. This is the 5-day graphical forecast there, and then below that they have a 7-day detailed forecast in text for you below that for the latest information. And say you don't live in Reading and you're for now in Atlantic City, New Jersey, you want to get the latest information from Atlantic City, New Jersey, and you live there or have somebody that lives there, want to get the latest. Again, this is the 5-day graphical forecast there, and then below that is the 7-day detailed text forecast there. And if you want to get even more in depth for the forecast for that area, you can click on the hourly weather forecast there, and you can get all different sorts of data there off the National Weather Service. Another great page to go off of. And then for the National Hurricane Center, just type up nhc.noaa.gov for the latest information on that. This is the front page of that site. Just type up nhc.noaa.gov again to get to it, or just type up NHC on whatever search browser you're on, and it'll probably be the first result there. And you'll know it's the first result because it'll come up like this, and it'll look exactly like you're seeing right now, and it'll have the forecast header right there, and it'll have the latest information on what's currently going on in the tropics. Here's a wide look of what's currently going on in the Eastern Pacific there. You can see really the only game in town is Tropical Storm Christine there. Pretty large, the system there. And then farther to the east, away from the satellite view, of course, is that area of interest there coming off of Nicaragua. And then, of course, Tropical Storm Faye right here that you can see on these, well, you can see on your screen here for the loads there, right there on your screen. So I think that's about it for this update. So if you guys have any questions or comments you want to leave down in the comment section below, don't be afraid. I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. Again, always follow your official government information, government sources. Trust them. They know what they're doing. They know what they're talking about. So follow the National Weather Service and your local National Weather Service office and the National Hurricane Center for the latest information on Tropical Storm Faye if we're going to be impacted by this storm. And I believe that's about it for this update. And oh, I forgot one more thing. Before I go here, another thing to note is that this is also another record-breaking storm in its own right here, Tropical Storm Faye we're talking about. It is the earliest forming F-named storm in North Atlantic Basin history since they started naming storms in the mid-1950s, I believe it was. It's the earliest F-named storm, beating out the previous record set by Tropical Storm Franklin in 2005 when it formed on July 21st. This formed on July 9th, I should say. So it beat the record by about 7 weeks or so. So another record-breaking storm to the 2020 Atlantic hurricane season so far. And of course, we still got more months to go. We still got the rest of July to go through. Still got August to go through, September, October, even November here from this already busy hurricane season, I should say. So again, that's about it from me. Hope everybody has a great day. Now, you guys are stay safe, of course. Until then, see you guys in the next video. Peace.